What's up, auto hackers? My name is Andrew, and today it's a case study. I got this 2009 Bentley Continental GTC, beautiful car, and actually I'm gonna dissect it, research it, as I personally do when I buy car to myself. So what are we gonna start with? We're gonna start that I found this beautiful Bentley, and what caught my attention? It's a 2009, it's a 14-year-old car, but it's a time capsule. And what I mean by time capsule, it has very low mileage and the condition is very nice. Just take a look at the pictures. The car itself looks beautiful. Black color outside, black inside. I know it might be hot, especially in Miami, but the condition of the car is just beautiful. So that is what time capsule is. 34,000 miles for 14-year-old car. Wow, so it's less than 2,000 miles per year. I really like it. If I decide, okay, I want to bid on this car, what's the process? If you part of the Auto Hackers community on Facebook, I recently published my mini course. It consists of only 4 parts, 10 minutes each, so 40 minutes mini course, and you know exactly steps, like I do, in order to get this car. So in my part 2, I check sellers, documents, and damages. For this, I use carsfromwest.com. I found same car. We have cars from Copart and insurance auto auction. The only difference with the Copart, we show who the seller is. So this way I know it's insurance company. That's a green light. I know insurance company, not in a business to sell me crap car. They don't want fraud, they don't want scam, they just want to get rid of the car, get the money and forget about it. Second, I check the title. It's also green, it's good, so it's a Florida certificate of title salvage, rebuildable. I like it. I also understand that that's a theft recovery damage because it's a minor dents and scratches and belongs to insurance. Usually, if there are no damages and it's insurance car, it's either vandalism or theft recovery. So what do we do after that in part 3? I research VIN reports because I think it's the most important and the most underrated procedure out there. Sometimes people think, oh, VIN report, I don't want to spend money, but there is so much knowledge in these small reports that cost just few dollars. So what are we gonna do? I usually personally check 2 reports. I check Carfax for service. I want to see how well the car was maintained. And also I checked VIN Doctor because it shows me information from National Motor Vehicle Title Information System, and also it has some extra benefits for salvage cars. But we start with Carfax. So we see right away it's a total loss. So if this car would be a clean title, there might be a problematic when you re-register it in different state, because when DMV pulls the data and they see total loss, it's automatically salvaged. They show that the retail value is $59,000, which matches what Copart provided here as a pre-accident value. So I think it's decent. It's a total loss. We have 10 service history records, 4 previous owners, okay, and it was lastly owned in Florida. Alrighty, so let's just dive into it. So we see the first 2 owners. Actually, it was a personal car owned for the major part of it. It was 9 years, and in 9 years they only put 2,750 miles. This is just, I don't know, for 9 years, it's less than 250 miles per year. The guy was probably going to, I don't know, it was taking it once a month or something for a couple miles. Okay, decent. And then the next owner already started enjoying the car, and the owner number 4, he said, screw that, I'm driving this beautiful car, I'm gonna drive it. So we see no major issues here. So it was imported in 2008, then it was in Arizona, that's the original owner, for 3 years, just 1,000 miles. Wow, what a guy. Then they got there was actually Montana title. Okay, so then it was a Arizona title, vehicle serviced, safety inspection performed, electrical system checked, McLaren of Scottsdale, Bentley, Lamborghini, and Phoenix. Okay, they checked. Then registration. Then it was in dealer inventory in 2018. That was offered for sale. And at the same time, they did the thorough service They checked body electrical system, exterior trim, interior check, convertible to operation checked, 4 tires mounted, tires replaced. It was offered for sale again in 2019, so drove it for 5,000 miles. Then the next guy, he got it in Florida in 2019 and he got the Florida title, so it was updated. Vehicle serviced in 2020, so I see tire choice, so he replaced the tires. All right, then maintenance inspection completed and air suspension compressor replaced, repaired. So at 28,000 miles at Masterclass Automotive, they done the air suspension. So 5,000 miles, they done pretty expensive service to the car. Just recently in April of 2023, they replaced the tires, so even tires new. Wow, this is good. And then on June, it was a total loss vehicle, so as I believe it was a theft recovery. Then I checked VIN Doctor, so we see pretty much it shows 9 owners because it was 9 registration. We see all the different title history, okay, so from different states. We see that the first 12 years it was really low mileage, and then mileage spiked, so somebody decided to enjoy the car. There was a junk record from the Copart insurance. Actually, there was no theft record, so I'm not really sure what happened in June that it was a total loss, but I kind of understand there was a theft record, but maybe the owner didn't file the police report and he filed it with the insurance company. I'm not sure here. No accident, no salvage records. Only there was a problem found that there was a salvage title from Florida, but at the same time there was no salvage records here. We see that it was for sale in Fort Lauderdale Collection South. There was no listing price in 2019, that was recently sold. And then it was at the Copart Auto Auction, and the market value shows again 58,000 miles. So from my mini course, so we have part 3 VIN report, so we need to know the price. Okay, so now we need to figure out the price and how much to pay for this car. So even though the pre-accident value is at 59, almost $60,000, that's not necessarily the up-to-date value. We always need to verify it. You know what I do? I go to cars.com. Again, I found 2008, 2009 Bentley Continental GTC, and GTC is it's pretty much the same as GT, but it's convertible. Okay, so the roof goes down, and 50,000 miles or less. And the cheapest one I found is at $45,000. It's actually Tampa car sales. Then 52,000 with higher mileage. I could say, so $55,000 is actually a good price for used car. But since we have a salvage certificate, so we need to know, I mean, 55 is a good price for clean title car. Somebody who gonna buy a low mileage car and you want to keep it in collection. But this one is a salvage, so it's around 25% to 30% cheaper. So in this case, we need to take around $15,000 discount. So let's say around $30,000 to $35,000 going to be our target price if we decide to sell it. And there's few things I noticed with this car, okay? And I want to show you what exactly I noticed. So you see over here, there is a gap between the windows, all right? On the other side, I see the gap as well. Then over here, even though it shows that this car is a run and drive, I see that they couldn't start the car. Over here, that's the speed, so it goes at 0. That's good. But this part, where it's tachometer, when it's started, it should be at 1000 or 1500 RPMs, and this one is at 0. So it means they couldn't start this car. It just shows the mileage. Probably the battery is dead. Okay, so that's possibility, and that's why when we have these gaps, it means the rear windows couldn't close up. They just opened the front doors, the battery is dead, and then they close it, but the rear windows is not up. And what proves my theory is the back seat. You see, it's partially taken apart. Why they did that stuff? I think because they wanted to check, maybe that's the insurance company when they got the car, I'm not really sure. I think they wanted to get to the battery. And since it's a 6.0 W12, right, they cannot, you see, like over here, they cannot open the hood because there is no, I mean, that's, they couldn't figure out how to open the hood to get to the battery as well. And then there is, you can always search YouTube because it's such a great tool, and I was trying to see where's actually the battery for Bentley. Since I owned Aston Martin, I know in my case the battery is on the rear seat, so you have to take the rear seat to get to the battery because there is no space for the battery up front. The engine is so big it takes space, right? So and over here you can see if you want to start it, you need to take some parts, plastic parts, and that's actually where you connect, let's say, your booster. But the battery itself is on the back, so it's actually on the back of the vehicle, so you had to get, you know, like the battery is there. So I understand they couldn't open the hood. They tried to get to the battery, actually to get to the trunk from the back, and that's why they were trying to take seats apart. So I think the battery is completely dead on this vehicle. That's the only downside. When you get the car, you need to figure out how to open the hood, but otherwise you would just booster it and then replace the battery, and it's a great car. So this car was sold for an amazing price of $18,000, guys. $18,000 got you Bentley Continental, even with all the fees included. Let's see how much this car would be cost. It's around $21,000 than the shipping, but it's still $10,000 cheaper than, you know, the target price that we can sell at, let's say, Facebook Marketplace. So this is a beautiful AutoHacker's choice of the car, where you can buy it, you can literally drive it as many years as you want, I mean at least 2 years, and then sell it and do not lose any money. And if you want to buy it for car flipping, as I teach in my car flipping challenge, that's a beautiful car. You got it for, let's say, $21,000, you ship it, you register it, $23,000, $24,000, and you flip it and you make easy $5,000, $6,000 on the spot. It's gonna be easy to sell because it has no damages. I can see the clear bar on the car, and this is amazing choice for car flipping. So that's my case study. Hopefully it was helpful. I kind of showed you my thought process behind how I research cars. And if you're not part of my AutoHacker community on Facebook, join it please. And then there is a mini course waiting for you, just 10 minutes each lesson, and you're gonna become a pro in car buying at insurance or auction. And I'll see you guys later. Cheers.